Okay, I'm not going to waste no time with this because you guys already clicked on this video. You know exactly what you're getting into. So basically, I finished Dispatch, and after learning about Robert's story and watching the whole thing basically and playing the game, I got so many vibes and I've seen so many comparisons floating around of comparing him to Cecil, as essentially Robert works as a hero dispatcher for an agency, he basically has to optimize his team and manage a team of superheroes or ex-supervillains, I guess you could say. And Cecil kind of has a similar role where he has to manage a bunch of people at once. And I am well aware that Cecil has way more responsibilities than Robert does. But the difference is Robert actually optimized his team despite having a bunch of trash bin low tier heroes and villains on his squad and essentially optimize them so they could take down like a high tier threat. And like Cecil can't even do that with like the best characters that he has in his roster. So basically this video is essentially going to be like, what would I have done if I was Cecil, or where I should have done, what Cecil should have done to better optimize his team and help him out. And also, no, I'm not making fun of Cecil or insulting him. I just feel like Cecil probably did the best choices he did on hand, even though some of them are very questionable. And I feel like I'm going to go over a lot of Cecil's flaws and what I would have done instead. But don't keep in mind, Cecil is a good character, and I'm not insulting him. This is literally just a what-if video. So, yeah, okay, thank you. Hope you're ready. Also, I'm only going to go up to Invincible Season 3. I'm not going to spoil stuff for the comics because a lot of people haven't read them, and I don't want to spoil it for people that just only watch the show. So, yeah, just keep that in mind. Thank you. The first thing I'm doing at Cecil is benching Duplicate now. I am sorry, Duplicate is the most useless character on the team, on the Guardians of the Globe. I don't care what you say about her, or that her brother, Duplipaul, is so much better. Multipaul is so much better at using his abilities than Duplicate, because all Duplicate does is die. That's all she does, and punch stuff. Like, if I was Cecil, I'll bench her immediately or kick her off the team. But bro, she adds nothing to a fight and like gets her ass kicked every time. Or two, I'll make her a freaking coffee goer, or I'm gonna have her set her ass to training, and so I'll make her learn how to use guns or weapons. I don't know if she could duplicate guns, but that's what I'm gonna make her do. I'm gonna make her into like a Deadpool character or something. But boy, oh boy, does she get her ass kicked so much times. I'm gonna get her on that multi-paw training. And I'm recruiting multi-paw as well. I do not care what you tell me. I am making his ass work for me. The second thing I'll do as Cecil is essentially I'll send all the Guardians of the Globe to training right immediately after the Guardian got killed. The original Guardian team got murdered. Because I'm sorry, this team is actual ass and has no cohesion. I need to get their shit together. And I'm actually going to try to actually get involved in the training and try to figure out what each person needs for them to actually be good. I am sorry, there is no reason for the Immortal to be struggling as much as he does against street tiers, against the Mauler twins of all people, with a full team, by the way. Like, there is no reason for why. Also, what the hell is Black Samson here? I'm going to kick Black Samson off that team immediately. I do not care. He's the weak. He serves no purpose on the squad. I do not care if he's the morale or, like, experience of the squad. He adds nothing to this team. Everyone else is actually alright. Rexplode, you're fine. Shinky Ray, you do your best. You got cucked, though, by that freaking lizard guy. Shapesmith, you're actually alright. Monster Girl, you're okay. Just get your shit together. Robot, you're fine. You just suck at leading. That's it. Like, all this team needs is just good training and actually better team building. That's it, in actual cohesion. If I was Cecil, I would not just tell them to get their shit together. I will be involved in that. I'll be like Robert from Dispatch, where I would get in there and try to figure out what's the issue with this whole situation and try to put it together so I can make a decent lineup, because I cannot rely on Mark for everything. Speaking of Mark, if I was Cecil, I would tell Mark way earlier in the story about Sinclair, about me wanting to hire him and make him help us by making Reaniman. Because the issue with Season 3, in Season 3, Mark finds out that Cecil has hired Sinclair to make Reaniman. And Mark is obviously surprised by this and pissed because Sinclair hurt his friend. So he's obviously going to be triggered, and Cecil lied to him because Cecil told him that Sinclair is going to rot in jail. But Sinclair is just working in a lab basically now for Cecil, and Cecil never told Mark. So of course when Mark finds out, he obviously confronts Cecil about it. And basically, of course he's going to be pissed because Cecil lied to his face. And the problem about Cecil with that whole situation was that Cecil basically told Mark, yeah, don't worry about that. Like, just go home, bro. Trust, you don't understand. It's above your clearance. Instead, I would tell Mark everything and explain the situation to him and saying, Mark, you're our only line of defense and Earth needs everything we have. The Reanimen are literally the only thing that can somewhat do anything against the Viltrumites. You barely stood a chance against that event on that one female Viltrumite from Earth season 2. We need all the help we can get, and Reanimate are one of the ways to do it. So please understand, Mark. And also, I would not take Mark's ass to the White Room full of Reanimate, which Mark is clearly pissed about. And I will actually try to explain everything to Mark and actually not try to keep secrets. But that is the biggest issue with Cecil, is that Cecil keeps so many secrets and says, you guys don't need to worry about that, or no. When it's very clear that Cecil should be telling us about this kind of stuff. Also, no, I'm not going to condemn Cecil for putting a literal shock collar in Mark's brain. Because one, it's perfectly reasonable for him to do this in the situation because he knows nothing about Omni-Man. So doing this in season 1 kind of made sense. My main issue with Cecil doing this was the fact that he just whipped it out during this situation when he was trying to talk Mark down. When he took him to the White Room, which he just should not pop that shit without like waiting or trying to talk him down. And yes, Cecil did a really crappy job at doing it. There were so many ways to do it, so yeah. Another thing I'm going to do, I'm going to have Sinclair's ass use all the bodies of the Guardians of the Globe and duplicates dead bodies and turn their masses into Reaniman. We need all the help we can get, and if those fuckers can keep up with Omni-Man, I'm having their asses make Reaniman out of them, because we need everything we got. And if Sinclair can somehow have the Reaniman have duplicates powers to duplicate, then this is just going to be, we just have an infinite cloning Reaniman army. Imagine how broken that is. Keep in mind, a Reaniman was able to at least do some damage to Omni-Man. So, like, imagine an infinite number of them. If Sinclair can figure out how duplicates powers work and make them work for the Reaniman. Another thing I'll do is Cecil. I'll give Donald a vacation. He deserves it, bro. This guy does not deserve all the shit he goes through. Donald is my goat. He deserves a fully paid vacation and a delicious dinner. I do not care. I'm taking his ass to lunch. He deserves that shit. Another thing I will have done as Cecil, when Omni-Man first came to Earth all those years ago, I would not let Omni-Man just be like that. I would monitor Omni-Man so closely that he would not even have the chance. I do not care if Omni has supervision. I'm going to keep my eye on him. Because the problem is that Cecil knew that Omni-Man was lying when he first came to Earth. So, like, I'm obviously going to keep an eye on him and not let that happen. I do not get why Cecil trusted him for so long. And plus, keep in mind, Cecil knew Omni-Man was lying. They had a lie detector, and they knew it. But Cecil decided to just let him roll. And like, I'm sorry, if I was Cecil, I will monitor Omni-Man so closely and figure out what he's trying to do. Or at the very least, see if I can find any ways to counter Omni-Man. Because I feel like this is something that Cecil should have prepared for. Because it just seems so suspicious that Cecil just like, yeah, bro, I trust you. Even though I know you're lying, but I trust you. Also, in Season 1, I am recruiting everyone that kicked Mark's ass in that first fight. When he fight against Robot Head. I do not care what you tell me. If they're villains, I am hiring them. Because the fact that they were even able to do something to Mark, at least hold him, slow him down, is enough to recruit them. They're more useful than Duplicate and Immortal. How is that possible? Like, I would recruit them so fast. Hell, most of them are just struggling to pay rents. Literally, the guy with the ribbons and the guy that makes, like, radiation and stuff literally just need jobs. I would hire them easily and make them into heroes and just pay them decently. That's all I need. Minimum wage, even. And they would be fine. I don't get why Cecil didn't do this. Like, if he likes recruiting bad guys, I suggest he does it. These guys aren't even that bad. They just need to pay the bills. Also, I know this kind of ties into the thing I said earlier about sending everyone into training, but like, I am gonna make Immortal's ass hit that bench press that Mark was using in the beginning of Season 3, because I need Immortal to do it. The fact that Immortal is close to Viltrumite level is enough for me to send his ass to training, because I need all the help I can get. I am making sure that Immortal can do something in this fight. I need all the help I can get, and I am not relying on Duplicate. Finally, I would not keep Conquest alive. There is no reason for me to keep Conquest alive. In that situation, at the end of Season 3, to keep Conquest alive. Spoiler alert, I don't care. They keep Conquest alive, and Cecil's gonna freaking regret it. Because Cecil has no way to actually contain Conquest. 2, there is no way he can deal with Conquest by himself. Hell, it took Mark and Eve to do it. And Eve died just so she can go Hypernova. The kill doesn't even knock out Conquest enough so that Mark can finish him off. It took so much. And keep in mind, Conquest is like a top tier Viltrumite. He's one of the strongest characters in the series. And the fact that Cecil's idea is, let's keep him alive instead of let's kill him. Make sure he's dead, and then have Sinclair turn him into a reanimate, and then we have one of the strongest reanimate in the franchise. Like, there is no reason why Cecil just doesn't do this. And I don't care if he needs information. I doubt Conquest is gonna snitch. And two, you didn't even have the idea to put the supersonic bomb in Conquest's brain for you to do that. Like, I don't get why Cecil just didn't do that, or why would you even let Conquest live? Why would you let Conquest give time to recover so that he can heal and come back and escape? I don't understand why he would do that. There is literally no reason for him to do this. I'm sorry, Cecil is an actual idiot for this. Donald, you should have known better. You should have told Cecil that this is a dumb idea. There is no reason for Cecil to have done this. Cecil, my goat, why would you do this to me? So yeah, that's pretty much it. If I was Cecil, I would have done things kind of differently, but I think Cecil did a good job as is. But at the moment, I think Cecil's doing all right. I just think he made a couple mistakes that he could have easily avoided. And don't get me wrong, I think Cecil's a good character. I just think he made some really silly mistakes when he really shouldn't have. But I like Cecil, so whatever. So anyway, thank you for watching. I really appreciate that you made it to the end of this video. I'm sorry that my videos seem more ranty than usual. I just really did not know how to structure this video. So yeah, thank you for watching and getting this far. I really appreciate it. So have a good day. Stay safe. Thank you for everything. Goodbye.